you've ever been on an IMI Honduras mission trip, then you've surely seen Pastor Julio. He is a man on fire for God. Julio grew up in a remote mountain village and was caught up in a major revival while he was in college studying to become a teacher. He had a radical encounter with God that changed him forever, and he became a street preacher instead. That was about 35 years ago. Now his disciples are former gang members and drug addicts, most of whom he rescued from the brink of death. This young man actually went to Pastor Julio's church to murder him, but got saved and delivered instead. Now he helps host Pastor Julio's daily public access TV show. Of course, that's just the morning warm-up before heading to the mountains. If you know him, then you know Pastor Julio is a true modern-day Acts chapter 8 Philip. He was praying during a storm when God led him to this remote mountain village. He had no idea why until he arrived and learned that this 4-year-old boy had been kidnapped. The people were frantic, so they prayed and set out with Pastor Julio to locate the boy. 24 hours later, they found him in a river, completely unharmed. As it turns out, the boy's father had been hearing voices telling him to kill his family and then kill himself. Now the whole family is saved and delivered thanks to the obedience of Pastor Julio. This girl heard similar voices telling her to kill herself. Here she is giving her testimony about how God used Pastor Julio to save her life. Now the entire village is in the process of radical transformation. If you know him, then you know that this is just an ordinary day for Pastor Julio. Even so, there's one thing that Pastor Julio just can't seem to do. That is meeting any of his own needs before everyone else's are met. That's pretty much a losing battle in a place like Honduras. That's why we need your help. If you've been on an IMI mission trip, then you've probably been to Pastor Julio's church. It never looked like this. What you see here is a result of water damage. The good news is that the church roof is pretty much fixed except for one part, Pastor Julio's part. You see, the problem is that Pastor Julio is frequently ill, it's the rainy season, and the tiny apartment upstairs where he lives with his family doesn't even protect them from being rained on in bed. We think this is unacceptable. This needs to be fixed, and it needs to be fixed now. Won't you please help to preserve the fire and bring Pastor Julio and his family out from the rain?